Hey friends, I want to talk to you something really quick about something. So I'm listening to this podcast, and in the podcast he's talking about, don't mind me, I look a little bit rough. I was moving all night last night, and then I just woke up, threw some stuff on, went to work, and now I'm about to go back to moving. But anyway, so I was watching this podcast, Lecrae's podcast, and he had a pastor on there. I can't remember the pastor's name. I'm not familiar with him, but he's pretty popular amongst other people. However, we're watching that, and he's talking about wealth, and I'm reminded of some things when it comes to our culture as Black people. And this is one reason why I'm so adamant about unifying. Like, when I get so frustrated in our Black community, I'm talking about Black men and Black women, when I see the fighting and the disconnect and the can't be in a relationship, the unforgiveness, the cheating and the lying and the selfishness, all the things that I'm not saying this is in other cultures. I'm just only talking about our culture. I don't care about anybody else's culture. I'm not them. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So I get so frustrated when I see the disconnect, all the things that's happening with I don't watch this very much, but I just scrolled across and it came on a feed of mine. Somebody posted about Cardi B and her Offset getting divorced because he's been cheating on her, and then I guess she cheated on him. Like, the immaturity in their marriage is like, what was it ever sacred for them, right? This is just about me talking about Black people. I don't care about them being a celebrity. I care about them being a Black woman and a Black man. That's it. That's a minimum for me. But as I'm watching and I'm listening to, the pastor, and I'm being reminded where he's sharing that only 2% of Black people are millionaires or multimillionaires. 2%. 14% white, but this ain't about them, this is about us. 2% are millionaires or multimillionaires. We are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to financially building wealth, growing wealth, passing down wealth. We are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the most debt. We have the most debt than any other culture. We're at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to marriages. Less Black men and women are married than any other culture. We are at the bottom of so many things, yet we do the most talking, the most fighting, the most capping, the most funny things, all the unserious stuff that's getting us absolutely nowhere in life. It is frustrating for me. We are at the bottom, and instead of us trying to figure out, how can I be a part of not being at the bottom anymore? How can I be a part of building wealth, having marriage in my families, in my bloodline, so my children can see what it looks like for two people to come together and be married, so that, because obviously the Bible says in a household that two are better than one because their return is better, and if one falls, the other one can pick the other one back up. Woe to the man who has nobody in the household or is alone because he has no one to pick him up, which means we are supposed to be in two. We're called to be in two. However, that's not what we're doing. We too busy focused on the symbol of money, looking like we have it and not having it. So which means we are the most, what is the statistic? The statistic said we spend the most money, yet we have the less. That don't even make sense to me. How we spend more money than anybody else, but we don't have as much, we have the least amount of money. It just means that our culture, men and women, because it goes on both ends, are not doing what we need to do to better generation after generation after generation. We're not becoming better, we're becoming worse. Because at least sometime in the generations, marriage was a thing. At least sometime in the generation, there was a community that came together. We can't even do that right. So, while I'm on here, I am submitting to you, Black man, Black woman. Figure out what it is that you need to do. Healing, therapy, forgiveness, whatever it is, to do your part to make sure that your sons and daughters or generations after us don't have to keep struggling the way we are. We're supposed to get better in generations, not worse. What do you have to do? Because at the end of the day, what I know more than anything else is that it's all about accountability. It's all about accountability. What are we doing to be better? How are we building our mindset up? What people are we around? Who are we listening to? What lifestyle are we living? Are we walking with integrity? And if you're a Christian, are you walking as a biblical Christian? Are you just calling yourself Christian, but you don't walk with kindness and forgiveness and purity and integrity and honesty? And even if you aren't a Christian, those are still things to live by. Like this is biblical, but a lot of the biblical things are right ways to live just in general. The Bible says it's better to have good character. This isn't the specific, but pretty much what it says. In Proverbs 22:1, I think. Something wrong though. It's better to have good character than to have silver or gold, which is money. Which means it's better for you to be a good person than it is for you to have money. Because here's the thing. Here's what I know. People who are good people can make money easier than someone who just have money. People who have good character, it lasts longer. Because there are people that are rich, but then a lot of times once you figure out that they scamming, that they doing the wrong thing, they end up losing it. They don't keep the wealth for generations. I'm not talking about rich, I'm talking about wealth. Like you passing it down from generation to generation. This is not me saying that every rich person and every wealthy person never can pass down the money. That's not what I'm saying. Let's focus on the goal here, okay? Let's not get all off. Well, all rich people aren't good. I know this. Listen, let's not get into that conversation. The conversation is really mostly about our culture and what are you going to do and what I'm trying to do and going to continue to do to build us up, to make us better, to bring us together, to be relationally able to be in relationships. Stop cheating and lusting after a man and lusting after women and using sex as a way of pacifying your life when really the problem is that you need to heal from the fact that you was molested as a child. Let's stop doing that. Let's start really seeing that whatever's on the inside that you're hiding, that you refuse to take care of, is going to keep showing up over and over again in your relationships. Most of the people that are in relationships today are not who they really are. Meaning, this is not who God called you to be. This is not your true, authentic character. You became this person based on your experiences in life. But it ain't who you are for real. You're better than what you are. You're better than how you're showing up. You can treat women better than what you're doing. Women, you can treat men better than what you're doing. You are just making the decision based on who did what to you before. Ultimately, guys, I got on here to say we need to do better. We need to do better as a culture. We need to come together. And at the end of the day, you can't blame nobody else but yourself. Meaning, you can't control anybody else. You can't say these women need to, and men can't say and women can't say these men need to. Because you can't control us and we can't control you. But what you can do is take care of you and your healing and your work that you need to do to get yourself in order. What you can do is learn how to elevate your mind and bring it up higher than what it's been. Learn how to treat women, fellas. Ladies, learn how to treat men. Stop blaming everything on everybody else. I don't care who did what for. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care who cheated on you. I don't care who did you wrong. You can't sit back and wait for somebody to do something. You have to be the initiator. And if everybody is initiating, that means nobody's sitting back. That means we're showing up and becoming better. But as long as we keep sitting back waiting for somebody to do the work for us, as long as you keep sitting back hoping that forgiveness is just going to happen, but you don't think you got to actually do work, put in effort, and actually fight for what you say you want, I feel sorry for our children, because this is what they're raised into. And like I said, generations don't get better unless somebody chooses to make it better. So as a millennial woman, I'm trying to do my best to make it better. And the way I'm doing that, I'll share that with you. The way I'm doing that is I have therapy. I get therapy once a month. When I first started, I started every other week. Once I started getting better and my mind started elevating, I didn't need it as much anymore. So now I get therapy once a month. I have a spiritual coach that I go to every other week. Every other Saturday, I have spiritual coaches. I also am constantly watching podcasts with people who elevate me. So I watch Myron Golden. I watch Pastor Darius Daniels. I watch Tiffany Montgomery. I watch Shannon Yvette. I watch Kingdom Matters, Millie. I can't think of her name. I watch, who else do I watch? Those are the main ones I watch, though. Like, those are the main, people that I watch. I watch Sarah Jakes Roberts, and I watch TD Jakes, just the Potter's House. I watch, those are the main people I watch. I watch people who actually elevate you, elevate your mind. I watch people who are really trying to do something different in the earth, who really care about bettering people. That's what I do. I watch videos every day. I'm at work and I'll have it in one ear where I'm listening to the video and taking in. I've been doing that for years. Probably about 7 years now I've been doing that, where I'll put a YouTube video on and I'll sit and take it in. I'll take notes. I got a bunch of notebooks. I write stuff down. I don't just listen to the video. If something hits me where I'm like, oh, that's good, I write it down. I go back and read my notes. Like, I really do the work to become better. This ain't just about me telling people what to do. I don't share nothing that I'm not doing myself, that has worked for me. I got results. I see how I am and how I used to be. How I went from a domestic violence relationship to where I am now with the confidence I have now. How I went from being molested at 12 years old. I could easily hate men, but I love you. I love men, and not in the way where it's perverted. I'm just saying I don't have any hatred or anger or bitterness in my heart towards men. I done been cheated on by almost every relationship I've been in. My decision, I take accountability for the men I chose. I could choose to hate men. I don't, because it don't serve me. It don't serve me to not like you. What am I getting out of that? If I say that I'm a wife and I want to be married, then hating men is not going to get me there. Because I don't want to just be a wife and go to and have a wedding. I want to be a good wife where I am his helpmate and we are coming together and doing the thing the way we are called to do. A good, healthy marriage, not just to say I got a ring on my finger. I could be married right now if that's all I wanted. So that's just a little bit, I don't want to get into a lot of what, of me, because this ain't necessarily about me. This is really me asking you guys and trying to ask you guys to show up and be better. Like, we got to do better, guys. We have to do better. We have to do better. I'm so tired of us being at the bottom. I'm tired of people talking about us being at the bottom. I'm tired of us just looking like money. I'm tired of relationships not failing. I'm tired of divorces happening. I'm tired of people not taking marriage seriously. Like, when you cheat on your wife and your husband, you pretty much cheated on God. But I guess if you're not a Christian, it don't matter. But you cheated on God. Because you broke your covenant that you made and vowed before God. Like, is that not a big deal? Come on, guys. Come on. When you cheat on your girlfriend, when you cheat on your boyfriend, I understand that y'all shouldn't be, whatever. We ain't gonna get into it biblically like that. I don't, but I'm just saying, you know how detrimental that is to somebody, to a man, to a woman, being cheated on, disrespected, and betrayed. Do you know how detrimental that is? Do you know how mentally draining it is? Do you know how it kills your confidence? I felt so low after being cheated on. Like, I'm not worth it anymore. Like, it takes a selfish person to be a cheater because you don't care about the other person. You only care about you. So what I'm speaking about now is that we learn to walk with integrity. We learn to walk with kindness. We heal the things that we need to heal so that we can walk with integrity. Learn to keep the people away from you that don't deserve to be around you. But also be discerning of the people who do deserve to be around you, because some of y'all treating good people wrong. All right, guys. I think I kind of said what I had to say. I'm preparing for the hurricane here in Florida now. I'm in Central Florida, so we won't get hit too much. It's really just tropical storms here, and it's supposed to be hitting in the next couple of hours. So that's what I'll be doing. I hope this video really helps somebody. I really, really hope that you guys take heed to our culture and we take a better care of it. Because right now we looking like jokes. Right now, black people looking like straight jokes. And that's what y'all doing, making a bunch of jokes, laughing, doing all the videos on TikTok, but you broke and ain't got no money, don't have a marriage in sight, single household messed up, single parent households, men being with everybody, whoever they want to be with, like just a hot ass mess. Guys, you got to get it together. We really got to get it together. But, okay, I'm done ranting. I think you guys get the point. Type in the comments below. Let me know what you can do, what you're doing to better yourself, what you if I helped you, I hope you take some of the things that I've told you. And I would love to hear you later, kind of tell me how you plan on making our culture, the Black culture, better. How are you taking part in the community of us and bringing us together, and not taking part of the disconnect? All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.